everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Todd Champion. This is Camping with Champion, and tonight I'm going to attempt to do some stealth camping on this lake overlook. This is a really cool spot. This might be the best view from a stealth camp that I've ever had. I do know that this spot is somewhere that police officers do come and park sometimes at night, so I can't park my truck here because I don't want to get busted, ran off in the middle of the night, or arrested. So what I'm going to do is park somewhere down the street where my truck will be safe for the night, and then I'm going to ride my e-bike back up here to the top of the overlook. I've got a huge bag with all my gear in it, and I don't want to carry that on the bike, so what I'm going to do is right over here, I'm going to put my bag behind there, go park my truck, and make my way back here, and hopefully no one steals my bag and my gear before I can get back. I'm really not going to be hidden at all, so the only way I'm not going to get caught is if no one comes up there, because I'm going to be out in the wide open. I'm kind of relying on the fact that it's pretty cold out here and it's going to get even colder. It's probably about 30-45 minutes from getting dark, and it's only like 4 o'clock, a little after 4 o'clock right now, but we got to hurry because I still got to go park, get the bike out, and ride it all the way back up here. I found a spot just right down the road, and there's bathrooms up here too. So if there was an emergency, I could come back here and use the restroom if I had to. There we go. As soon as I took off, my hands were already freezing. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw my gloves on. I believe it's in the 40s right now, and tonight it's supposed to be in the 20s, so it's going to be a cold one. I've got plenty of hot hands though. Doing about 27 miles per hour, and it is cold. All of our stuff is still here. That's a good sign. This is a very busy road right here. Hopefully it slows down tonight. Y'all, my ears are freezing. I don't know why I didn't put my hood on. This is a bit steeper than I thought it was going to be. I just got to decide where I'm going to set up my tent for the night. Look how cool this spot is though. I've been looking around for a few minutes trying to find a spot. I was thinking over here, all the way in the corner, because I'm like, that would be the most hidden. But to be perfectly honest, there's nowhere up here that's going to be hidden. If somebody walks up that path and comes up here, they're going to see me. So I'm not even worrying about that now. What I'm thinking about now is just finding the most level spot. Like I said earlier, hopefully no one comes up here because it is going to be cold tonight. Here's the path that you have to come up to get up here to this overlook. Oh my goodness. What if I just close the fence? Maybe nobody will come in even if they pull up here. Closed for business. All right, I closed it. That's not going to keep anybody out if they walk up here, but I don't know. Gives me a little bit of a peace of mind. All right, let's start getting our tent set up because it is getting dark super fast, and I'm using a tent I've never used before. Subscribers just sent me this tent. Apparently, he plays a lot of slots at the casino, and they just gave him this tent. He doesn't camp. He has no use for it. So he sent it to me, and we're going to try it out. I've literally never had it out of the bag. Don't even know how big it is or anything, so I am a bit worried. I'm going to move all these rocks out of the way, and then we'll set the tent up. It's very light, feels very small, so I have no idea what this thing is going to be like. I hope it's big enough to fit my mat in. Let's find out together. Ow, that was weird. I just got a very, very sharp pain in my back. That was crazy. That's never happened to me before. Oh man, I've got it tangled up. Ooh, don't fly off. No! Mistake came out. The tent is all set up. It's actually a little bigger than I thought it was going to be, so that's good. I don't think I'm going to have a problem fitting my mat in here. I may have to lay it diagonal, but that's okay. Now, last thing to do is put on the rain fly. Okay, I'm going to get the rest of my gear out and get it inside the tent because I don't trust these pegs not to blow it away. The mat is just barely short enough to fit in there. My feet are going to be hitting the side. I may go ahead and try this diagonal and see how that looks. Diagonal does work a little better. I think this is how I'm going to keep it. And then I still have plenty of room over here and in that corner there to keep my bag and everything. This is going to work out just fine. Yeah. This guy just went running by, screaming. I'm pretty sure he had his shirt off and was wearing shorts. That's insane. There's this little building down there, and cars keep parking, and people get out, walk around, and go back to their cars. I think it's some kind of pier or something. I'm gonna get on the bike and ride down there and check it out. Ooh, this thing is steep. I'm actually not even giving it any throttle. I'm just kind of walking it down because I don't want to get going too fast down this. This is really steep. I'm going to put the camera down so I can hold the bike with both hands. I'm not sure what this building is. Maybe I'll look it up and find out. I love riding e-bikes, but man, is it cold right now. Oh my goodness, I am absolutely freezing. Just gonna park right here, I guess. I'm pretty sure this is a brand new pier. It's really nice in here. Wow, this is really cool. If If I get 5,000 likes on this video, I will come back and jump in this water in the middle of winter. So I expected there to be people here because this truck pulled up and parked, but I guess they're just in the truck. I don't know. I am back in the tent. I actually rode the bike all the way back to the truck because I left my little buddy heater in there. And the low tonight is 25 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's gonna be pretty cold. I got lots of layers on, so I'm feeling pretty okay right now. My feet are a little chilly, but that's it. But I'm gonna use this little buddy heater inside my tent tonight. I know I probably shouldn't be doing that, but I do have a carbon monoxide detector with me, so I'll be able to keep an eye on that, and I'm not gonna leave it on for long. What I'm gonna do is turn it on, let it heat up the tent a little bit, and then turn it off just enough to get me warmed up before I fall asleep. So, and these little buddy heaters, they're supposed to have carbon monoxide detectors in them to automatically turn itself off, and they have tip over protection, so if it falls over, it'll turn itself off. But like I said, I'm not just relying on that. I have a carbon monoxide detector, and I'm only gonna leave it on for a few minutes. So obviously, anyone watching this, you shouldn't be doing that. Probably inside your tent, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be very careful though. I'm gonna hang out inside my tent for just a little bit. My hands are frozen from riding that bike, even with gloves on. Oh my gosh, it's so cold. But I'm gonna hang out in here for just a little bit, and then we're gonna cook and eat dessert and read comments from one of our other videos. I wanted to mention something real quick because I've had a few comments and some people email me, reach out to me asking about why I put certain videos for members only, and if I'm going to put my weekly videos behind a paywall. That would never happen. I post a video every single Friday, and I will never make that a members only video. The members only thing is really just some short clips, behind the scenes type of stuff, maybe channel updates, things like that. I think the confusion from that is coming from YouTube, who have recently started putting the members only videos on people's feeds. So like if you're not a member of this channel, YouTube has started putting that kind of in your face to show you, and I guess kind of make people feel like maybe they're missing out on something. It didn't used to be that way. In the beginning, when you had a members only thing, the only people who saw those videos or anything was your members. But I just wanted to reassure you that the only thing I post there are behind the scenes kind of stuff. There is one stealth camp on there, and because I just felt like it wasn't good enough to be a Friday video, and that's why I posted it there, just something extra for the members. But I will never ever make one of my weekly videos a members only video so that you have to pay for it. I would just never do that, and I hope you guys understand that. The members thing is just for, I had a lot of subscribers who would ask me to start the members only thing, and then YouTube also puts a lot of pressure on creators to start a members only thing too, and that's why I did it. And to me, I feel like it's just a way for subscribers who want to like give me a couple dollars every month. It's like $3 a month, and it's just a way for them to basically donate to me, because I don't accept like the buy me a coffee donations or anything like that. Obviously, people still give me super chats and stuff, but I don't ask for it, and I don't ask for donations. And that's just the way I feel like subscribers feel like they can help support me a little bit. And I never push the members only thing on anyone. I don't know if I may have asked in a video for people to join before, but I don't. If I have, it's not very often. But I just want to reassure everyone, like I said, that's just some behind the scenes stuff. I will let them know updates on the channel. Like the members, I told them who I'm going to be camping with on my trip coming up. Things like that. But believe me, I will never, ever, ever put a full stealth camp weekly video behind a paywall. All right, I'm starving, so let's go eat. I am so cold. I don't know how I'm going to survive up north. So tonight, I know a lot of you hate this, but I did bring a Mountain House meal. Please forgive me, but it has been quite a while since I've had one. Oh, and for dessert, the return of the cherry pie. Oof. And then for a drink, I have this Jersey Cream, the perfect drink soda, triple filtered. Sounds like it's gonna be pretty good. Oh, and thank you, subscriber Wendy Pacheco. Gave me these pecans. I've been snacking on them all day. Here's the Mountain House meal I brought. Oh, I dropped a napkin. It is the beef lasagna. I don't know if I've had the beef lasagna before or not. I think I have. I can't remember though. I knew I was going to be cold tonight, so I wanted something that was just really quick so it wouldn't take me long to get it ready. All I got to do is boil some water, put it in the pack and let it sit. So let's get that done. So this calls for about 12 ounces of water, but I'm only going to put about 10 because I don't want it to be soupy. So okay, that should work. Woo, I'm cold. Let's get this water boiling. Come on. Yes. Got it. Let that get to a boil, then we'll add it to our Mountain House meal. Ugh. So the wind blew my Mountain House meal over. I gotta be honest, I'm scraping it back in the bag and still eating it. So I am hungry, and it's all I have. Gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, you know. Hopefully the hot water will kill whatever's on this seat. I know this is gross, but I am starving. It's good enough. The water is at a boil, so let's get it in the bag. All right, got all the meat, noodles, flavoring, and whatever seasoning we got off the bench all mixed up in here. We'll seal it up and let it sit for 5 minutes. The wind is getting really bad, so I climbed back into the tent. My food should just about be ready now. But the wind was really bad, so I climbed back in here, and it is just blowing this tent all around. And this tent is pretty thin, and I think some air is getting through. Looks done. Yeah, tiny bit soupy. And I've used less water than it said to as well. I don't know if you can see that. There. That's what it looks like. Doesn't look bad. Oh, it's hot under my hand. Let's give it a taste. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Oh, it's hot. Just a little bit too hot. I'm gonna put some seasoning in here. It doesn't really need it, but I'm the kind of person that, like, I have to put salt or something in everything I eat. Still a bit hot. I'm gonna let it sit and cool off for a little bit, before I eat it. Here's something I learned from the YouTube channel Katie Roams. She takes her dehydrated meals while they're cooking and stuffs them up in her coat, which is a great idea. That's what I'm gonna do right now. So while it's cooling off, it'll be warming me up. Okay, the food should be cooled off enough. I also stuck my cherry pie in there with the hot food to kind of warm it up too. I'm gonna put it back in my coat. I'm gonna put it back in my coat to keep it warm and soft. Let's try our soda. Alrighty, here we go. Oh my gosh, it smells freaking delicious. That is good. I don't think there's anything special about it, but it is a very, very good cream soda. Really good. Maybe I should start ranking these things. I would give this a 9 out of 10. It would be very hard to get a 10 because I think there's always room to improve. It is absolutely one of the best cream sodas I've ever had though. If I was just ranking it as a cream soda, 10 out of 10. But as like a unique soda, 9 out of 10. I don't really know what I'm trying to say. All right, y'all. I am going to finish eating. Then I'll have dessert. And then we're going to read comments from the hot tent video. So, because I'm going on this trip, I'm actually ahead on videos. So, at the time of making this video, the comments I have to read are from the hot tent video. And then next week's video will be comments from mine and Tony's camp at the roundabout that we just did. So that's why I'm reading comments from 2-week-old videos instead of last week's video, because I'm kind of a week ahead right now. And I did that on purpose because I didn't want to be traveling. I'm doing like 5 or 6 camps in 9 days, and I just don't have time to be editing the whole time. Like, I'll have to edit probably at least 1 video during that trip, but better than having to do 2 or 3. So anyways, I'm going to finish eating, then we'll eat dessert, and then we'll read comments from the hot tent video. Time for dessert. It's been a while since I had one of these little cherry pies. As most of you know, I used to eat one every single camp, but then I ate them so much that I started getting a little tired of them. Look how perfect that little pie looks. Putting that in my jacket really helped. Sometimes if these pies get cold, they get like really thick and they don't taste as good. Okay, I'm gonna finish eating my pie, then we'll read some comments from the hot tent video. I just realized that I have been filming with the camera zoomed in almost this entire time, so there's nothing I can do about it now, but if the footage is very close up of me, that's why. Man, I can't believe I did that. I'm still not used to using this camera. So this camera is the DJI Action 6, and the whole reason I got it is because it's waterproof, you can drop it, it's an action camera, it's very durable. But I gotta be honest, I really regret it. Before this, I had the Pocket 3, and I loved that camera. It was so good at nighttime too, and that's when I do a lot of my filming. So much better than this new camera, but it was so fragile, and they cost like $800 or something like that. I couldn't afford to buy a new one if I broke it, so I was always worried about it. So I ended up selling that one and buying this one, but man, I really regret it. So far, the quality compared to the Pocket has been a lot worse. You may have noticed too in the last few videos, a lot of the nighttime footage is kind of grainy or noisy, and that's just because it's not as good at nighttime. But as soon as they come out with the Pocket 4, I'm getting that one. This is a great camera, but it's just not as good at night, which is when I do a lot of my stuff. So anyways, I'm sure a lot of you don't care about all the camera stuff. I've got the little buddy heater going, and it's already up to 57 degrees in here. and it was 40 when I first turned it on, so it's already warming up a lot. And also this is a CO2 detector, so it'll let me know if I need to turn it off. And I'm only going to keep it on while I'm reading these comments. As soon as I'm done reading these comments, I'm going to probably go pee for the last time. And then I'm going to get it in my sleeping bag, get all bundled up, and try and get some sleep. But we're going to read comments from the hot tent camp video. The first comment is from Z-Man82. I just want to commend you, sir, for how well you were able to pack up all your stuff back into the original bags. Getting a sleeping bag or any kind of pack back into its original bag is almost an impossible task. Another great video. Honestly, I didn't show it, but I struggled with the hot tent itself. I don't think I folded it up properly. That was the first time I ever had to put it back up. But I did struggle with that to get it back in the pack. But everything else, sleeping bags, like once I discovered that they're called stuff sacks for a reason, right? You don't roll your sleeping bags up. I used to roll all my sleeping bags up and try to get them right back in, kind of the way they came out of it. Once I stopped doing that and just started stuffing it back into the bag, no problem whatsoever. And that goes for a lot of stuff. My feet booties that I wear. The only thing I really roll up now are my tents, and because they got to be rolled a certain way or they just won't fit. This comment is from CGH432. Nice video, young man. Keep up the great videos. Thank you, CGH. I find it funny when people call me young man because I'm 41 years old, but it's all perspective, right? I'm sure when I call a 25-year-old a kid, they don't feel like a kid, even though they are. So if you're 50 or 60, 41-year-olds are still young men to you. But thank you so much for that comment. I really appreciate it. Next comment is from Justin Time 22. Love the addition of music to your B-roll. Looked like a great camp, and that pie looked delicious. How soon before you get a camp stove oven and bake your own cherry pie? I can barely cook. There's no way I'm baking my own cherry pies anytime soon. And as far as the B-roll music, I've been messing around with more music lately, but the B-roll music in the hot tent video, I just took the audio of my cousin playing guitar and added it in the front of the video. So that's all that was. Oh, and I think I did add some kind of song when I was packing up the tent. I didn't do that originally, but it was taking me so long to pack it up in that sequence. I felt like it just needed some kind of music or something. I'm still, even though I have 20 something thousand subscribers now, I'm still pretty new at making videos. Like I'm like maybe a little over a year in at this point of really like editing videos. So I'm still learning stuff. A year from now, my videos hopefully will be much, much better than they are now as far as editing goes, because I learn something new every time I edit a video. And on top of that, I just got a MacBook, and it is so much easier to edit with that thing, and I can do other stuff now that I just could not do before on my old laptop. My old laptop would literally freeze every time I added text to the video. So if I added text, I had to open the task manager, shut down the whole DaVinci Resolve software that I used to edit, reopen it, and then continue to edit. So it took me a very long time on that computer, and there wasn't much I could do other than basic editing. So what I'm trying to say is now that I have a better computer and I'm learning stuff all the time, hopefully the videos will keep getting better. Thank you for that comment. I know that was a long, I don't even know how I got on the editing thing. This comment is from Big Country 7394. Todd, I came across your channel from Camping with Steve and Random Adventures 2.0. Keep up the videos and ignore the haters. They're just mad because you get to camp out while they are stuck at home or working. Laugh out loud. Are any of your songs out on any platforms? So I really do ignore most of the haters. For the most part, I don't even respond to them anymore. I've gotten to where I'm getting emails from haters now. Like sometimes people will leave negative comments, and I don't mind, but if they keep on doing it and it's not constructive criticism or something, I'll eventually just block them from being able to comment, and that usually makes them very mad. and so mad that some of them actually email me about it and stuff. And honestly, I mean, what else am I supposed to do if you're being hateful or negative? And as far as my songs, no, I don't have them on any platforms other than YouTube. I would love to one day record them and put them on like Spotify or something. And the thing is, I could just record them in my bedroom, right? But when I finally, these are songs I've written over my entire life, you know. Some of these songs that you guys have heard, I wrote when I was a teenager. So I feel like when I finally do record them, it's always been a dream of mine to do that. But when I finally do record them, I want them to sound good. You know, I don't want it to just be recorded in my bedroom. So that's why they're not really up on any platforms or anything. But I'm hoping one day they will be. Thank you for the comment. Final comment for tonight, and this is from Rita Foster in for you. Good job, first time hot tent camping. Pray no wolves get you. Laugh out loud. Look, in that video I did under the bridge a few weeks back, I misspoke, okay? I was like, I hope that's not wolves or something. And I meant to say coyotes. I obviously knew that it wasn't a pack of wolves. I just misspoke. But yeah, I don't know why I said wolves. And luckily there were no wolves or coyotes when I did the hot tent camp. So I had nothing to worry about. That was such an easy, nice camp. I gotta be honest, during that camp, because it was so easy and because it wasn't a stealth camp, I had nothing to worry about. I actually got a little bored. I think I've gotten so used to having just a little bit of tension, a little bit of something always nagging at me that won't let me completely relax, that now when I do a regular camp, it's just not as fun, honestly. It was fun when my cousin John was there. That was fun because I had someone to talk to, someone to hang out with. Stealth camping by myself, I enjoy it, but I'm discovering that regular camping all by myself can get a little lonely because it's like, you know, it's just regular camping. You want to have someone there to talk to and hang out with when you're just regular camping. All right, y'all, that's going to do it for the comments. I'm going to turn this heater off. It is 60 degrees in here now and 0 parts per million on the carbon monoxide. You know, honestly, I thought it would say like 1 or 2 or something since I've had this thing on for like 10 minutes now at least, but still says 0. So either it's correct and I'm perfectly fine in here, or it doesn't work and I've made a huge mistake. All right, I'm going to turn the heater off, go pee for the last time, and then crawl in my sleeping bag and try and get some sleep. Good night, everybody. There are people coming up here right now. Hey.
Oh, hey.
I just didn't want to scare you, letting you know I was over here.
Oh, I saw you. Beautiful view, ain't it?
I'm actually camping up here tonight. I have a tent and everything.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're fine. It's a public place. I just want to let you guys know.
Hey, if you ever go to Utah, you should go.
Well, that was kind of awkward. So these people came up. They didn't want to be on camera. So I just introduced myself to them. I told them who I was because they could see the tent and everything up here. And we talked for just a minute. And I said, okay, well, I'm going to let you guys be, because they sat down at a picnic table and were eating. I said, I'm going to let you guys be. I'll go back to my tent. Just wanted to introduce myself so I didn't scare you when you came walking up. They seemed really cool. They said they're going to subscribe to the channel. So, Carrie Lee, if you subscribe, thank you. But that was a little, it caught me off guard because I was almost asleep. And I heard 2 car doors shut. And I walk over, and they're almost already at the gate here. So there was nothing I could do other than introduce myself and talk with them for a moment. They seem like really good people, so that was a fun interaction. That's only the second time I've ever had to speak to someone on a stealth camp, really, though. The other time was when that homeless guy crawled into my bush that night. But I actually left that night because I was worried, because he straight out told me that he has like episodes where he doesn't know what he's doing and can attack people and stuff. So, but tonight these people seem perfectly fine, so I'm not leaving. I'm actually going to crawl back in here and try and get back to sleep. Whew. All right, good night. Good morning. I did not get much sleep last night. I was so paranoid after those people showed up that I'd like drift off, but then I'd wake up after just a few minutes. But it's almost 7 a.m. The sun is up, so I'm gonna get up, start packing everything away. I still have a cold bike ride ahead of me. Ugh, I'm dreading that. I was trying to get some drone footage real quick before I packed up, and I freaking crashed my drone into a tree. I think it's stuck in there. So I gotta go look for that real quick before I finish packing up. Well, I found it. It's about in the worst possible spot. I don't know if you can see, but there's a blinking light up there. It's right at the top of this ridge, right in there. I don't know how in the world I can get that. Oh my gosh. Man, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't see any way I can climb that. Can't believe I did that. I know this is a dumb idea, but I'm going to try and climb it and see if I can get close to it. I think I can get on this ridge right here, but I don't think it's possible, honestly, to get any further than that. But I'm at least going to try and get up to this ridge and then see if it's possible to climb up. I really don't think it is, but I'm going to give it a shot. Oh my gosh, there's no way. Oh my gosh, I got up. Oh my God. Don't. I can't believe I got up here. I can't do it. I got to get back down. I'm freaking out. This is a stupid idea. That was a very stupid idea. I should not have done that. I got a lot closer than I thought I would, honestly. I was pretty freaking close, but once I climbed up onto that second lip, I started to freak out. And I knew I had to come down right then or I was just gonna be stuck up there. I have to figure something else out. It's not worth dying for. Maybe I can go rent like a 50-foot ladder or something like that. I don't know. I'm gonna get the rest of my stuff packed up though. I have everything packed up and ready to go. Got my spot all nice and clean. Now I just got to make this very chilly ride back to the truck. I made it back to my truck, but the truck won't start. I'm gonna load this bike up, let that battery charge up for just a second too. Then we'll try and start the truck. This is a TEST R002. I believe this thing is still like $699. I believe that's what it was when I reviewed it back in the summer. This is a good bike. It's one of my lighter ones. That's why I brought it this time, because it's easy for me to load by myself. But I'll leave a link in the description and my coupon down there too for a discount. Okay, let's go see if this truck will start. Well, this ain't good. I have got the truck started thanks to a kind stranger and some jumper cables. Thank you so much, Matt. I tried to get him to be on camera, but he didn't want to. Matt, if you're watching this, I really, really appreciate that. I was having a pretty rough morning and I was gonna have to wait for my wife to get here to jump me off. But all right, y'all, that's gonna do it for this video. I hate to end it on a bad note like this. I lost my drone and the truck wouldn't start, but hey man, you know, things happen. I'm gonna go try and rent a ladder, get that drone down. Even if I can't, it's not the end of the world. I just won't have some drone footage for a while. It's not that big of a deal. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. I can't wait for y'all to see all the camps I have planned. Thank y'all so much for watching, and we'll see you next Friday. Bye, everybody.